the scriptures use this procedure illustratively, saying, "Even if you should pound the foolish one fine with a pestle in a mortar heb. Bam middle dot make middle dot tesh, in among cracked grain, his foolishness will not depart from him." PR 27. 22. Mortar, 2. A composition that is applied between bricks and stones to cement them together as in a wall, or that is used as a wall coating. But 14. 42, 45. 1 ch 29. 2. Isra 54. 11. J 43. 9. A weather-resistant mixture properly termed mortar of lime, sand, and water was used in the construction of the finer homes in ancient Palestine. Another type of mortar, used as plaster, was prepared by blending sand, ashes, and lime. Sometimes oil was added to the mixture, or the wall was coated with oil after it was plastered, to produce a nearly waterproof surface. In Egypt even up to modern times mortar used for wall plaster has been composed of 2 parts clay, 1 part lime, and 1 part straw and ashes. Instead of conventional mortar, the builders of the Tower of Babel used bitumen, which served as mortar for them. GE 11. 3. The later Babylonians likely obtained their bitumen for mortar from the subterranean fountains near the city of Hit located not far from Babylon on the Euphrates River. According to Herodotus I, 179, hot asphalt bitumen was used as cement, or mortar, when building up the sides of Babylon's moat and when constructing the city's wall. While the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, the Egyptians kept making their life bitter with hard slavery at clay mortar and bricks. X1. 14. The mortar was mixed to about the consistency of molasses, usually by trampling it with the feet. Chopped straw was combined with the mortar to increase the cohesiveness of the mixture. Later, in their own land, clay mortar and mud bricks served the Israelites as basic building materials in areas where little good quality building stone was available. Mud bricks were not lastingly resistant to wet weather. Therefore, in order to protect a new wall or to save and strengthen a damaged wall, a coat of mortar, or plaster, was sometimes applied. However, if only whitewash or bad mortar containing little or no lime was daubed on such a wall, it could not be expected to withstand severe storms. Compare IS 13. 11-16. Mosera mo middle dots ra, Moseroth mo middle dots dash roth. The place where the Israelites were encamped when Aaron died. 10. 6. It was evidently near Mount Hor whereon Aaron died, but its exact location is unknown. New 33. 38. The plural form of Mosera, Moseroth, appears at Numbers 33. 30, 31 and apparently refers to an earlier Israelite encampment there. Moses drawn out, that is, saved out of water. Man of the true God, leader of the nation of Israel, mediator of the law covenant, prophet, judge, commander, historian, and writer. S3. 2. Moses was born in 1593 BCE in Egypt, being the son of Amram, the grandson of Kohath, and the great-grandson of Levi. His mother Jochebed was Kohath's sister. See, however, Jochebed. Moses was 3 years younger than his brother Aaron. Miriam their sister was some years older. X6. 16, 18, 20. 2. 7. Early life in Egypt. Moses, a divinely beautiful child, was spared from Pharaoh's genocidal decree commanding the destruction of every newborn Hebrew male. He was hidden by his mother for 3 months, then placed in a papyrus ark among the reeds by the bank of the Nile River, where Pharaoh's daughter found him. Through the wise action of his mother and sister, Moses came to be nursed and trained by his mother in the employment of the daughter of Pharaoh, who then adopted him as her son. As a member of Pharaoh's household, he was otextoi acute muritra longo. Moses 435. Actually, Moses felt that the time had come that he would be able to give the Hebrews salvation. But they did not appreciate his efforts, and Moses was forced to flee from Egypt when Pharaoh heard of the slaying of the Egyptian. X2. 11-15. Acts 7. 23-29. 40 years in Midian. It was a long journey across wilderness territory to Midian, where Moses sought refuge. There, at a well, Moses' courage and readiness to act forcefully to help those suffering injustice again came to the fore. When shepherds drove away the 7 daughters of Jethro and their flock, Moses delivered the women and watered the flocks for them. As a result, he was invited to Jethro's house, where he entered Jethro's employment as a shepherd for his flocks and eventually married one of Jethro's daughters, Zipporah, who bore him 2 sons, Gershom and Eliezer. Acts 2. 16-22. 18. 2-4. Training for future service. While it was God's purpose to deliver the Hebrews by the hand of Moses, God's due time had not yet arrived. Neither was Moses yet qualified to serve over God's people. He had to undergo another 40 years of training. The qualities of patience, meekness, humility, long-suffering, mildness of temper, self-control, and learning to wait on Jehovah needed to be developed in him to a higher degree, in order for him to be the fitting one to lead God's people. He had to be groomed and prepared to endure the discouragements, disappointments, and hardships he would encounter, and to handle with loving kindness, calmness, and strength the multitude of problems a great nation would present. He possessed much learning, and his training as a member of Pharaoh's house